Yeah, what up? What up? I don't know what happened there, bro. My computer just froze and it's like wiggity whacking me jiggity jack. It's crazy, G. Like, I'm coming through here now, I think. Yep. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, it's just like freezing, bro. We got 5G internet here. It's just been unresponsive nearly every day, like three, four times it wigs out and has to reset on itself and figure out what it's trying to do, where to connect. And in that time, it's frozen. You can't do anything. Your page lags, StreamYard stops. It's ridiculous. This happens numerous times a day. Like I'm, about to run off the yeah, sweet. Cheers. I don't know what the hell happened, but it's all G. Shouldn't really complain, but fucking you know how we do it. But yeah, it's coming through here now. So that's G. At least it's good. Let's just be fucking happy with that. Um, yeah, so much appreciation for everyone coming through. Uh, if the hook's here out there, I did see you in the backstage, but it was frozen, bro. So I just like uh, shut it down and come back through. But oh, gee. So what are we gonna do for the moment? I guess what could I do? Oh, that's right. I'll do this for the moment while I'm waiting for people. I I got this app the other day. It's called a marijuana handbook, right? Where are we? There, and it's got all these like descriptions and informations about things. So you got strain library, favorite strain, dictionary, the facts, cookbook, etiquette tips, legal recreational, maps, and rate. And there's some games. So the maps, I think, is maps to dispensaries around America. Um, I'll read a little bit of the etiquette tips here. You got these are etiquette tips that are generally well accepted. Keep in mind, some of this list may conflict, so you will want to make sure to check with a new group on which rules they generally abide by, if any. It is always good to know them all. No, it's always good to know them all, so you aren't that person. It is best. It's the best way to make sure you're invited. Okay, so number one, puff, puff, pass. This is to say that if you and a friend are smoking, two hits from the smoking apparatus, usually a joint, and then it is passed to another person. Number two, rollers, packers' rights. This means that whoever packs or rolls the apparatus to be smoked from claims the first hit, even if it isn't their weed. I agree with those two. I'm sure it's been around, and obviously, if this is something that you've come across, do like mention it, please. And if there's any etiquette that tips that you got, just like shout it out. So the music master, when in a circle of two or more participants, he or she who supplies the green is in charge of the tunes. If more than one person supplies to the circle, the control of the tunes lies in the hands of he or she who made the larger contribution. Rules do not apply if one brings a smoke tool with no real contribution. That's something I haven't heard before. Sharing is caring. If you have some weed and your stoner friend is in need, pack them a bowl or even a snapper. A friend with weed is a friend indeed. It's called good karma. What comes around goes around. When you're down and out on weed, I bet you they'll return the favor. That's one. I try to abide by that. Actually, I'm really like because herb is to be shared, bro. Like if you're in the circle with me, I don't even know you. First time I met, I'll offer you for sure and pass it around. So, but in saying that, I have come across a few people that do not reciprocate, and they seem to just put themselves in positions of these circles whenever it's getting handed out. But anyway, this is part of parcel. So down with that. If you heard of that, let me know. Left is the law. When the roller starts the rotation, the smoking apparatus should be passed to the left as if it were a poker game of a gentleman. Side hit. Take hits off the sides of the bowl and share the green. I really have never heard of that or never seen. I can't even understand how that's going to work. You just got to take like. Oh, actually, I probably been in that position before where there's one billy left or something, and you just have half of it. You give it half to someone else, or something. But that would have been a long, long time ago. So no babysitting. Holding the weed for too long, approximately 30 seconds. If you're told this, it's time to pass the weed. That's right. It's not a microphone. You don't like tell a story when everybody else is waiting. All right, I can see the main man, Hookster. He's in the background. Gonna come through. Get him up. The big man, and everybody. If you haven't seen the
I'm not
channel,
the big man.
got a channel
I'm
called
not.
Big Man Has His Say.
You're the main man here, mate.
Nah,
We'll
mate.
come to see you. What are you talking about here? This is a beautiful subject.
Oh, it's just from an app I got.
Etiquette.
Yeah, like it's an app, and it comes through with. It's called Marijuana Handbook. You can get it from the App Store, and it's got all these different things. I'm just going through etiquette. It's got strains and the little descriptions about it. What do we got here? Courtesy ash. Before you pass the joint or blunt, give it a quick courtesy ash so the ash won't fall all over the homeboy who's next in the rotation. Butterfinger rule. If you drop the blunt, you lose your next turn. That's a pretty cool. 3 strikes. Whoever drops the weed, their turn to smoke is skipped once. Drop the weed twice, and they only get 1 hit. 3 times, and the person is rejected from smoking for the day. I like that one. But yeah. How about you, bro? You got any etiquette tips?
Talking to the bong. Yeah, don't talk to the bong. It's not a microphone.
Yeah.
Talk once, twice, 3 times, you're out. Hand it on. If you get caught talking to the billy 3 times, it's out. You hand it over. Usually, once you know, it's 1. It's 1 time.
Fully late. I would say that there's a few friends in my rotation that do that. They get on and they love just talking, especially if people have had a few drinks. It's just like they just get carried away and they're holding it. And everyone's just looking at them, going, "Come on, mate, pass it on." How's that skunkety bunky going? Treating you nicely?
That's all right. It's all right. I expected a bit more. A bit underwhelmed. It was all right. It's good to look, smells good, but maybe a bit underwhelmed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
True.
Not that I still can't get. Still rather my own Super Saiyan out of anything. Can I have a Billy on the ears, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. Easy. Yeah. I'm keeping it in mind, and I do like, I don't want to just be fucking blatant with it, but here and there, obviously, it's all right.
No, well, it's about no,
go for it, man. Go for
I do that because the reason I do it is because I'm at 1,000. You won't really have to worry about that for a long while, because the reason is I didn't have to worry about it, and you only have to worry about it when the opportunity is there, And I'm only doing it for just for the purposes of being able to do it one time. What I want to do. But otherwise, it doesn't matter if I smoke bongs or cigarettes or drink. It's still, I can still do all of that. The only thing what I want to do is just get monetized one time for one cycle, 1 month. I don't care if it's for a day. And then I've just achieved that. So that's the reason
So what, will they possibly take it away if your content goes back to like unsuitable, I guess?
No. Yes, they'll take it away if I'm promoting the wrong thing, like headstand bongs.
Okay. I don't like that.
Is that a dangerous acts? So those kind of things. And plus, I need to get 4,000 hours worked up. So I've got 1,500 hours to go because I deleted 90% of my content and lost 10,000 hours.
Yep.
I had over 10,000 hours watch time.
Wow. And you just need 4,000,
4,000, yeah.
Jeez. Oh, well, you'll get there for sure, bro. And then the channel's like growing in the sense, as you said, that when you get higher, the numbers just come quicker and quicker, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because you're getting pushed out everywhere.
But I'm going to do something. My next video is going to be so different. It's going to be very interesting. I'm going to unsubscribe from everyone. Right?
Yeah.
It's just an experiment. So obviously I'm going to resubscribe, but I'm going to unsubscribe so I'm subscribed to nobody. Then I'm going to see my feed, right? So I see what YouTube feeds me,
Right.
and experiment. See who, if I lose subs, if I gain subs.
Yeah.
Be interesting. But I've already made the thumbnail. I was just making it as you came on.
Okay.
Stage to the other live you had, but you just logged off.
Yeah, I don't know. My computer froze. So basically, you want to like set it up so that it's a kind of test that you'll be, telling everyone that this is the go.
There's the thumbnail there. You probably can't see it; it's too far away, but it doesn't matter. But yeah,
No,
so unsubscribing from the title here is "Oops, I unsubscribed everyone. Let's see what happens." And it's got subscribe to find out the results. And it's got like a little people holding hands. Looks like they're rejoicing of something in the background.
Yep. Have you heard of those the channels? Like I see them, they're like, come on here and grow with us. So basically, people get on and they just drop their link, like not blatantly drop it, I guess. But
I know the guy. Yeah, you're talking about James Kip.
Nah, there's a few of them. There's
they're all around. I go to those all the time, dude. That's how I grow my channel.
Okay.
I just go around, right? So it's all about name selection as well, as you would know with FairGrow. If you get seen by an Aussie who smokes, they'll instantly just have a look and subscribe in most cases. So the more you get seen, the more activity you get. It builds up the algorithm.
Yep. So what's the legality of those rooms? How people come in and say shop around? I'm not shop around, but drop your link.
That's fine.
It is.
If you want it, if you want to have a night where you share links, but obviously you got to work people like that. Work up a bunch of people first who'll start to grow, or their channels. When I say grow, so some of those channels will already have 1,000 to 5,000 when they start doing that. When they change to start sharing out channels, for me, it's sometimes worth it. Like it does help. Sometimes I had 50 in a chat from the shared days, from the share nights.
Wow. Just get it around, yeah. I was just wondering because they say don't drop your link and sort of things like that. But anyway, it's etiquette, YouTube etiquette.
Well, it's up to their choice. Yeah, I wouldn't want someone doing it 10 times.
Right. Yeah.
So drop your link, but not like every 5 minutes later, drop your link. So, dude, fuck off.
It's like spam, or whatever.
Yeah. Etiquette, as you said.
Yeah. Totally. Looking schmick today, bro. It was good.
Huh?
Looking schmick. You had the fucking
mate.
Suave look going.
It's one of my favorite shirts. So I might swing over your joint after my live tomorrow. My wife's going out. I checked with her. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow, I'll come around and raid you out.
Yeah, easy, bro. Anytime.
Got some buds. I know you're going to fix me up and help me out. So, but I got in and, so.
Yeah.
You know how
it is. Good. Oh, fuck. I went to see, I was bored last night. Like, what I do? I didn't know James Bond was out. I just checked cinema. I was like, oh, shit. James Bond movie. Excited. I go to the cinema down Arndale, watch it. 3 hours later, very disappointed. It was the final James Bond. I'm thinking, man, it's going to be exciting and fucking full of action, great scenes, but it was like a love story.
That's what it was a disappointment. I went on seen Godzilla versus King Kong like that, and it was like it was filmed in darkness. You couldn't even see anything, like the shadows. All you could see these little like teddy bears, sort of like with flashing lights on them, going. Like, we want to see some definition of these monsters. We want to see, good 3D action.
Yeah,
we don't want to see that it looks like toys in the shadows. So I just thought King Kong and those movies are just too dark in context.
Yeah.
You know, it's in visual context.
What was
Contrast.
another one? Batman. I think. Oh no, it was the cartoon. I remember the Batman cartoon. It was like a long time ago, probably the early 2000s. They drew it on black paper, so it gave it the cartoon like this different
Oh,
look
okay.
about
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
All right,
Yeah,
fella.
man.
I'm going to get cruising anyway. So
No
I'll
worries,
jump in.
bro.
Please, g'day.
Thanks
How
for
are you?
coming up.
Nice to see you.
Easy.
I just set up my new. I've got a surround sound underneath my table. So can you hear the feedback coming through or not?
Nah, not at all.
No. All right. Good.
Perfect.
Because I've got a surround sound, but I put it all under my table, so the surround sort of coming from there, and it's not making its way to the mic.
Yep.
And also I get a better experience because I like loud music. Loud as fuck.
Yep.
Cheers, lads, in chat. Come on, Mark.
Thanks a lot. Everybody check out CCA, Cannabis Culture Australia, on YouTube. Sign up to the man, and also the big man has his say. What's the word? Well-known figure around the Australian YouTube cannabis scene, growing every day. Kind of the inspiration that got a lot of us involved in this place. So yeah, I've just actually done a little chisel, done my little chisel. Got a bit of a rage going. So what I'll do, I'll probably get back into this bit of tips and tricks from the etiquette book. Don't go to etiquette. Let's go to, what's the dictionary you're talking about? Oh, okay. So the dictionary. Wow, I didn't even check this out. We've got a dictionary here. You can choose any letter, and it's coming up with things that are what relevant to cannabis. So let's see. Any letter from anybody. Let's just see. The first letter that I see in the chat, we're going to go with that. If there's none, I'll give you 10 seconds. But if there's nothing, I'll make a choice. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Nah, easy, bro. No problem. You do what you're doing, G. All good. All right. So I'll choose a letter. I'll just go randomly, and that's. All right. So it's landed on F. F in the dictionary. So according to this definitions, we've got faced. Faced, to be high. No, to be so high on marijuana you feel numb. Never heard of that. Facing it. Buying any amount of weed and smoking it alone in the presence of other smokers. Never heard of that. Faded. It describes the feeling of being very high or to be drunk and stoned at the same time. I've heard of that. These F, what the hell, bro? There's a lot of here stuff that we probably never, ever heard of. So I'll continue. Fall, slang for a homemade gravity bong. Never heard. Family stash, a sack of weed that family members get bud from. Heard of it, but yeah, it's not very common. Fathead, a joint containing plentiful amounts of ganja. Never heard of that. Baseball bat, cone roll. Fatty, a term to describe a large joint, maybe more like a cone. Fazium, Brazilian. It's the question that someone asks another to come smoke with him or her. Bro, this is shit. Phenostash, the personal amount you keep for yourself, only to be smoked in emergency situations. That's your perso. Bro, it's getting me agitated now. Feedback. When weed tobacco passes the roach and becomes orally ingested, often the result of a weak rolling technique. Never heard of that. Fiending. When you haven't smoked all day and look out for any way to get high. I've heard of that. FILGB. Fuck it, let's get blazed. Never heard of that. Fire. Used to describe extremely good product. A dealer might say that I got fire nugget if you need it. I've heard of that. Bro, this is pathetic. This I don't know where they're coming from. There's like too many things I don't understand, and like they just don't. Here we go. QP, a quarter pound of marijuana. Quartz. When called, it means you get fourth hit on whatever you are smoking. Cool. Quake and bake. Waking and baking, and then eating a nice bowl of oatmeal. Quaker's oats. So what do we got? Uncle Toby's and Jizz Jazz. So we can got um, Uncle Toby's and Rollies. I don't know. A quarter ounce. Yes, yes. Quarter pound with cheese, known as a quarter pound of weed of any type. If you have a word that is missing from here, send it to marijuanahandbook@gmail.com and get your word up for all to see. So, if anybody does have any lingo that they do want to put up, do that. It's pretty cool little thing, I would admit. Let's go to Strain Library. You can see there's plentiful strains. Plentiful. I'll just click on. I'll click on Australian Blue then. Aussie Blue, mate. Got Australian Blue. Right. Type 90% sativa, 10% indica. Australian Duck and Blue Haze. The flowering 75 to 80 days. Mid-November. The bio is from Australian Blue Crosses, Home Grain Fantasy's prize winning strain. Blue Haze with an Australian sativa given to them 1999 by some friends from down under. Australia is well known for one of the great global spots for sativas. Blue's 90% sativa mother, the Duck or Bosie strain, contributes a classic sativa high and then clean musk of a lemon grove to this hybrid. The haze influence combined with the dominant sativa make Australian Blue a legacy plant that loves to branch and get tall. She forms branches from the bottom and grows into a slender Christmas tree shape. You don't have to be in Australia to get good results with Australian Blue, but when you do need to be in a locale where the weather supports an 11-week flowering cycle and the thermometer says above 17 Celsius in or 62 Fahrenheit in locations that do not meet these criteria. Australian Blue can be grown indoors. Homegrown Fantasies prefers gardening this variety in soil. Indoors, the average expected yield is 3/4 of an ounce, 20 to 25 grams per plant, a fairly typical sativa yield. Wow, that's tiny. The buzz from a haze sativa is lucid and uplifting, sometimes bordering on a psychedelic. When harvested too early, it can be a little speedy, but the proper maturation above blue, Australian Blue delivers the type of high sativa fans love, thoughtful and euphoric, relaxed yet awake and ready to enjoy what the day sends you. That was a bit long. I don't really like things that just keep dragging on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool. Never heard of that. Has anybody ever heard of that? The Australian Blue or whatever it was called? Yeah, Australian Blue. Never ever heard of that at all. So AK, obviously heard of that. It's a very, very famous AK-47. Type sativa, 65%, 35% indica. Origins: Colombia, Mexican, Thai, Afghani. Flowering 53 to 63 inches. Harvest second half of October. Bio: despite its aggressive name, AK-47 has peaceful tendencies. First bred in 92, the name suggests the power packed in its dark, resinous, compact buds that bristle with red hairs and glistening trichomes. AK-47 has a spiced aroma bordering on skunk with a hint of sandalwood, but tastes sweeter and more floral than the smell would lead one to expect. AK has mostly sativa characteristics with one expectation, a quick finishing time. The variety has reworked in 1999 to increase stability so results from seeds are uniform. A tall plant with substantial girth and big fat calyxes. She performs excellently in the indoor environments, both soil and hydro, and has been grown outdoors with good results in low to medium temperatures. This variety produces a denser bud in high temperature. Buds are fluffier and more open, but total yields are roughly equivalent. The AK-47 buzz is immediate and long-lasting, with an alert but mellow cerebral effect. Lab tests have rated the THC content at over 20%, making it a one-hit wonder for many smokers. This variety can be a little spacey, but is great for playing and listening to music or other social activities. AK-47 helped put serious seeds on the map with a second place finish in the hydroponics competition and a third place in the overall category of the 1995 Cannabis Cup in the Netherlands. So obviously that's where popularity really boomed, and it's got its worldwide rep probably in the mid 90s at the Cannabis Cup, because Cannabis Cup's obviously a very famous, worldwide thing. We do have our Mardi Gras Nimbin version of it, Cannabis Cup. It's pretty cool. I might Google that actually. See if, oops. No, comes up here. What do I do? So if I go StreamYard, share the screen. I want to share the screen. So Nimbin Mardi Gras, 30th of April to 2nd of May 2021. Tickets are gappy. Let's check out the tickets. Weekend party. Fortunately, I was fortunate enough to play this event 2 years back in 08 and 09. It was awesome at the Rainbow Cafe. We played an acoustic gig. It was brilliant. Let's go. It's $150. You get a camping pass. $55. You can just come through. Really cool. You can obviously probably, volunteer, come through. Let's just have a look over. What have we got here? Educate. Symposium conference, symposium speakers, legal advice, symposium bar. Let's go to the history actually. Well, as you can see, it's been going there for quite a while, which is good. It needs to continue. Great place. Obviously, I mean, with my experience of the place, it was, that old, I guess, the older generation hippie stereotypical image is what I came across when I first went there in like maybe early 2000s, and then in that space of time over about 5 years, I really saw the influx of the younger generation influenced by the kind of how would you say, I don't know, that gang mentality, or sort of, dressing up as hip hop American, having the pit bull dogs on chains, and just really rough imagery about the drug dealing and violence and things. So it wasn't really good. Wasn't happy with it, but it is what it is, and it's happened. So anyway, Nimbin Mardi Gras, Cannabis Law Reform and Rally Gathering. The Nimbin Mardi Gras is an annual rally and celebration in the tiny village of Nimbin in northern New South Wales, Australia. Beginning in '93, Mardi Gras is held to protest the drug laws, educate people on the various use of cannabis, medicinal, industrial, recreational, and spiritual, and to celebrate the culture that has grown here over the last 40 years. Our mission is to bring about change with as much fun as possible. So, yeah, I mean, really, really cool. As you can see, I think even the creation of this town was kind of like a protest, I guess, and against establishment, where a group of like-minded people went out into the hills and the bush and kind of started their own community, self-sufficient as much as possible, based around cannabis. Really, really good. There's a bit of a read there if you guys want to come through and have a read of it. I might click on this. 1994. So what's that? Nearly 30 years ago. I was pretty much just born. I would have been a little kid. Well. Great to see, like, the continuance of the culture, even in this modern time. Obviously, this culture has been around for thousands and thousands of years all over the world. And to see its continuation is just brilliant. The stigma needs to be removed. Proud people, happy to, speak their mind. Let it grow. Yeah, exactly, bro.
Good to see so many of your flags here. Yes. Today, neighbors around the world.
Just speed it up a little bit. A peaceful, obviously very peaceful rally. Happy people there, just trying to be in harmony with nature. Brilliant, really. It's all pro cannabis. Yeah, just in regard, I was speaking, just in that comment, Mike. Just like I was talking about Nimbin and how my first experience of the place. Oh, true, eh? It's not moving. Oh, whoops. I see what happened. Sorry, I'm talking and there's other things going on. Thanks for that. So go here, stop the screen, I share the screen. Go here, yeah, boy. And there's it.
Hey, my drinks in band. And so what's today all about, mate? What's today about? Yeah. Legalising, of course, legalising marijuana in a big way, so we're not persecuted in any odd way.
What's going on? Yeah, what have we got for the prohibition? It was said at yesterday's conference that the cost of the prohibition in Australia is
between $250 and $350 million every year. It's probably more than that. It's probably a lot more than that, but we'll take that as a conservative estimate. Now,
so quickly, I'll just add before this continues. What I was talking about is that when I first came to Nimbin, 09, 08, around that time, it was very much that stereotypical previous generation hippie, like that we see the long-haired type, peace man fella. Now, that was really, really, heavy there. We'd get out of the car, these people would be greeting. But in that 5-year time period, I really saw the change of how these kids, not to just, I'm putting it down in the stereotypical hip hop influence, but how they had just the dress they were wearing was influenced by overseas. They had pit bull dogs with chains. Their demeanor was different, very aggressive. They were trying to rip people off with what they were selling and all that sort of jazz. They just really kind of brought it down, which was a bit of a shame. But that's what I kind of meant. Not to say that it's always out there and that's the only influence that's gone a detriment. No way. We see movies. We see politicians, how they act. We see prime ministers, leaders of countries bombing other countries for war because they do not agree with something that these other people are talking about. So, I'm not going to put all blame on hip hop. No way, not at all. There's so much detrimental stuff that we see from everywhere. So, it's just part and parcel. But anyway, that was that. Let's continue this.
more for my money than what we've got in the prohibition at the moment. What we've got is the failure to use those private crops in the world. Now, they justify the prohibition by saying that it's illegal. You can't use cannabis because it'll make you insane, or it'll make you lazy, or it'll make you violent. They actually can't make up their mind whether it makes you lazy or violent. Maybe it does both at the same time. I'm not sure. The main reason and the first reason was racist policemen. They wanted to pick on Mexicans, Hispanics, and Negroes, who were the main recreational users. Secondly, and importantly, they wanted to get rid of cannabis is illegal on American statute and therefore the world statute because it's a dangerous drug with no medical uses. That's their quotation. Yet, cannabinol, a synthetic THC, is available on prescription. Now, you can't have it both ways. The FDA has passed cannabinol, the synthetic THC, as a medical drug. Yet cannabis is banned because it's a dangerous plant with no medical uses. In 1941, the US government, the Department of Agriculture, and the Department of Defense grew 2,000,000 acres every year during the Second World War to make essential goods for their war effort. They described it then as an ancient servant of humanity, which is the first useful thing they've ever said.
I think that's a good point there. Just say no too. We need to raise the awareness. The stigma that people have who aren't involved and they're just coming off what somebody told them or what their parents said. That this plant is evil, this plant is evil. It's kind of like prejudice and it's racist too. People will say don't talk to that culture because they're bad, they're criminal or whatnot. But that's completely ignorant. But absolutely, totally agree with the media exchange. Rainbow Cafe, this is where we played the acoustic gig. Yeah. Woo! This is jamming. Love it. Brings back beautiful memories. I should have kind of stayed involved, eh?
This is an idea from the latest Earth First Journal. It's really hot magazines in the States about what the warriors of the planet are doing in that part of the world. And anyway, in there, they've got this fantastic idea, which I think should be put right at the cutting edge of blockade techniques for stumps, sort of like concrete stumps. You get a barrel, 44-gallon barrel, stick plastic pipes in it, similar to the pipe line that people in the electricity campaign have used for some effect. And anyway, stick those things in the concrete, so you've got like a 500-pound concrete thing.
Come on, bro.
Chain these barrels full filled with concrete. People just stick their hands in the pipes off and clip their wrists into the middle of it. So you get a chain of 4 or 5 of those across the road, and you've got a pretty effective blockade for a while. It's not one of the blocks I've seen before. A variant of this that was used in Britain recently took the police 7 hours to chip this guy out of a washing machine lock on that they'd made, filled with thing with cement, trying to obstruct the building of the M11 motorways in the UK. This thing's a global movement. People are getting up off their asses and standing up and actually doing something about the issues which affect all deforestation, global warming. The way to really affect change is to get out there and do something about it yourself. And fight on the battles and fields wherever you can find them.
Yeah, okay. It just dragged on a bit, but I hear what he was saying. But yeah, I think another point I was saying, just to that point about the what you're saying in Byron, Mark, and even I think Monty said it last night, how we were saying it's a gateway. People classify this as a gateway, but the reason being, in my mind, it always has been, is that because it's a what's a controlled substance. The issue lies in the black market, where the availability use will go to purchase of somebody, but because of that fact it is illegal, the most likely that person has also got chemical narcotics such as cocaine, heroin, amphetamines, and they are interested in basically getting as much money as they possibly can in most cases, not really patient care and trying to get that awareness out. So they're going to be willing to just sell anything to get their money. They want to sell the product and get the money. That's any business. That's the basis of it. So, and you can't blame that drug dealer mindset, but that is all the basis of society that we live in. You are supposed to try and capitalize, make profit. Business is about progressing, advertising, making a margin, and then increasing that and just going on that. So, with that mindset, they're doing the correct thing, but it just leads to the children possibly partaking and consuming the chemical drugs, which may lead them into a chemical habit and addiction. So where cannabis is a completely different, it's in a whole different class. Like the stuff so you can extract from it, the products as rope, the clothes, the oils, the petrol, like the fuel, all the food. There's many things, not just the smoke and the flowers. But let's keep going on. I don't know what's going on there. They're getting a bit excited. Probably the day's ending. I look I'll end that one up. It's getting a bit dragging out there. So, hey, what's up, Zay? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Hope you're all good. Just a bit of a impromptu diggity stream. More than welcome. The thing's pinned up there if you want, but easy either way. I've just typed in Cannabis Cup entrance. So 25th High Times Cannabis Cup strain entries from 8 years ago. So they're obviously up to. We can go through both of them, I guess. I'll go through the Karma Cup and then 18 plus adult information. Try this one then. Gonna give this a like. Chocolo. Lions Tabernacle. Yum, bro. Golden haze. I have had silver haze. I thought it was silver haze. It was really nice. Star Dog. That looks brilliant. Look at those cycles. Jamaican lion, man. Mahayana. Whoa. Look at these flowers, bro. They look like animals. Raw. That's a pretty cool brand too. That was like the like $550 billy that the fucking dogs took from me. Triple filter, triple octopus raw bone. Right. It was really good. I don't know if I'd spend like another $600 on it. MK Ultra. Woo wee. Mile High Kush. White Widow. Woo. Still up there. Competition winner. Wow. Train wreck. Heard of that. Seen that. Dr. Green Thumb. Wow. Cheers, everybody. I wonder what one out of all these. Come on. Oh, fuck. How many bloody entrants do they have? Wow, there's hundreds of entrants. 1, 2, about 4 seconds for each. So let's say 12. Yeah, probably like 150 strains here. Wow, bro. Look at it. So many. Oh, wow. And then it goes to resins. It's flowers. And then it goes to your extract. Oh, man. Keep this page going for a little while. Chocolate Kush. I've heard of chocolate by itself. Kemi Jones. Girl Scout. Here we go. Look at that, babe. Ooh. Yes. Still, that would be very flavorful. What is that? Oh, that was ice half there. Oh, looks like a chocolate. Wow. Yeah, to be honest, I don't sample. Like I should start, but I've always made beats like on the groove box, so it's synthesized complete, or you're just programming and everything. And then from the doors I use, yeah, I've made a couple where I just drag and drop. I never used an MPC, but nowadays with like punching in, dropping, and just cutting, and like, it's not simple, but yeah, I should probably get more involved in like dragging, and you can visually see it rather than like having to just listen and cut simple on time frames and shit like that. Do a little bam, bam, ba, ba, da, ba, 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 bow. Cheer. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got a bliss in my bites and it's on my brain. Boom out on the bomb and they bone out thing. I say, yow. I say, yow. Dang. Girl Scout. Speaking of that, alright, let's go into that. I was told I had Girl Scout, right? And as Hook was just saying, like, that skunkity dunky guy was nice, and it looked good, all that shiggity shaz, but it could have been a bit more powerful than he liked, or that it was, or whatnot. Like, so give me a bit of a squeeze on this end. Can you still see? You can see me, yeah. So like, it looks dope, but maybe it's because I've had the medical and shit, but I don't know. It's just like it is there. It's really uniform. Some of the nugs smell brilliant, taste fucking fire, and have that hit. Whereas some, like, I don't know what happened. It's just the smell didn't go through. So obviously the terpene profile didn't fucking raise around. They didn't cure it properly. They didn't let it go that far. That's what my like initial thoughts are. Like they could have let it go for a couple of more weeks to kind of just let it develop. See what this thing is here. It's 2020, so it's just from last year.
Hey folks.
Oh, this guy.
Right now to do some karma judging. And we're Youngblood.
What's going on, everyone?
And soon Swan will join us as well for the smoking of the things he's going to document. I don't know. Is it just as frosty?
Ooh.
I would say it's a little bit frostier.
Okay, well, let's call that a 7 as well.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, and the last one. Whoa, this one looks like it's definitely frostier than the other two.
All right, so now they're talking. They want to talk high grade, eh, Remo?
Hey, Remo. You know what? Those are equally frosty.
You want to start talking frosty buds? Wow.
So you know what? I'd say that's a 9 as well. What do you think?
I could agree with that.
Wow.
I really didn't expect that. Wow.
Mr.
Let's
Remo.
do the test real quick.
Starting with number 1.
Come on, Mr. Remo.
Fruity and sweet. There, smell that. I broke it now, sorry.
Oh, wow. I really like that one.
That's perfect. Let's keep rolling here. Okay, that's front right now. This one doesn't smell as much.
All right, that was Remo. All
This one
right,
has an earthy
now we got Primo. You got theirs, and I got
Pepper.
This one reminds me of Kool-Aid. I don't know why. But for me, I think the one that smelled the best, gotta be that one.
Yeah, I totally have to agree with
So
that.
this
one.
is that.
Let's get that
It's
one.
very sweet.
This one smelled the least.
Indica.
I would say that would honestly smell very good.
Go
Yeah.
full screen. Yeah, I'll go full screen.
7.
I almost say
Oh, Zay, you're in the back, bro.
An earthy
I'll
funk.
get you up.
peppery, it's like spicy as well.
It does have a smell to it.
Indeed.
Where do we do it?
Maybe an 8.
Maybe an 8. I'd give it an 8.
An 8, okay. It has got more aroma than that one, that's for sure.
Indeed.
And now the last one. I don't know, it smells like Kool-Aid. Like,
Da-da.
This one indeed smells good, but I have to say that I feel like I like the first one more than this one.
Look at that. That's an
this
indica.
one smells the best. You know what? We want to call this an 8 as well?
I think that's deserving of an 8. It's
That's
definitely
fair, right?
Yeah.
So let me write that down here.
Sativa.
Bam, bam.
Yum.
I'm going to quickly roll this up, so we'll be right back. We are back, and a choice here. Number them. See that?
Oh.
So we know which
What up, bro?
I'll determine which one we're going to go first.
Chillin'.
The front runner currently is number 1.
All right.
Just
So,
thought
we have
I-
Swan here to help document.
I didn't realize this clown would
Swan's gonna be on camera.
talk so much. I thought I was going to show pictures.
Oh, pretty clean, but see, that's the cleanest maybe.
Yeah, so far, definitely how far it's
So what's that?
It's number 1.
Number 1.
That's another thing, actually. Like
That's 13 so far.
the ash. Have you guys heard of a good way to tell if your weed has been flushed?
250 smokers today, I'm like,
Is that if the ash
okay, you know what?
from the burnt flower comes out white? And if it's black, it's supposedly got toxins in it.
Oh, true.
That's it. Yeah, I've heard a few people talk of that. So it's like, I try and check a lot of time, but because I mix too, so
Yeah.
you're gonna see the tobacco burning.
You know, it's
But yeah. How you doing over there, bro? Chilling?
Yeah.
Rested
Finished for the
from work?
week with work. Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
11 hours, 12 hours, 10-hour days.
Far out. Is that overtime? Or
Yeah.
just like it is? You get a bit of overtime with it?
Yeah. After 8 hours. Yeah.
GrowingMarijuana.com.
Oh, marijuana. I can't think. Maybe 1 sec.
Cannabis Cup winners.
'88. It started in 1988. Skunk number 1. Very famous. Everybody's a lot, well, not everybody's, but a favorite. Early Pearl. I guess this is all the beginning stages of this strain crossing, breeding back in the late 80s. It's come a long way since then, I guess. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, that looks awesome.
Fuck yeah. Great, yeah, proper flower development there. You know, not like this PGR, fully hairs. You see fat trichomes, a little bit of hair there. Oh no, was it calyx? The calyx, sorry. They're really fat, and you see a lot of trichomes all over it. Have you been able to spark your own flower, or it's still dried up?
Yeah, I've been trying a bit.
Yeah.
Baggy up, just got a bit lazy.
Still letting it cure, or maybe.
Yeah.
Sure.
I got a bit in
Because that was something I was speaking with Monty at PCP, bro. Like, I didn't realize that the amount of time that people cure for, you know, like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, I like to
One
do
would
it as
say-
long as possible. I leave it in the jars as long as possible while I'm smoking it too.
So what, you like put it in a jar and then burp it or open the lid once a day or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. And just give it a little mob around, get some oxygen going.
Oh, Mike's already seen it. True. So did you initially not do that and you found the difference in the flower?
Nah, I just heard something like plastic affects like the smell and everything and the taste.
Okay.
So
So
I don't like using plastic.
Mm.
I just like using glass more.
Yep.
I think in like America, the high quality buds is in glass because of that reason, I think.
That's kind of one thing that made me think about this medical. Well, the first one is this, as I said, the one I'm going through maybe is boxing it up more nicely, fancy, making it cosmetically nice, increasing the price point, but it's coming in a plastic container with a child lock. So I'm thinking in my head, look, if you're wanting to keep the bud pristine or even, you know, be cosmetically think, why not put it in a nice glass jar because of that fact you just said. If I let that sit for, you know, a few weeks, it might, you know, have an effect, a detrimental effect.
Put the weed in the bag and try to smell the weed for the bag. You bet like you can smell it for the bag.
Yeah.
Whereas you can't smell it for the fast. It's another reason to it.
Right. So everything is. I get it. So everything's being contained, I guess, trapped, rather
Yeah.
than evaporating.
Uh,
Wow, nice one. Mark's tried the sweet tooth. Have you ever tried anybody in the chat or whatever these Cali packs people are talking about? It's just something that's clicking on my brain now, and I really want to try and get access to or try it because people are saying it's like,
what
way better than everything. And I think Forte did a stream, and I fortunately put a question in the chat. What do you think of the Aussie grade medical? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a lot better than what the average person gets in Australia, but doesn't compare to the Cali. So I'd like to figure it out.
Sounds alright.
And I guess but you do want to try, obviously, the top quality, but once you go there, you'd be a little bit, hard by trying to go back if that's all you have access to.
Yeah, definitely.
How about around your way, bro? Do you get much variety? Or it's like the same people with the same stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
Same thing.
That's why I go.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Bit more variety.
Yep. True that. Yeah, the beans are coming up pretty nicely. I'm happy, man. What could I do? I could be able, actually, I might be able to get onto the phone, like you did last time. Click on the phone, then I could take the phone outside and show you the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody, don't go see fucking James Bond.
Shit, is it?
It's bro. I was thinking like, it's gonna be Wicked, the last one, and like
The last one, is it?
Yeah, well, I think so because he passes away.
Didn't even know there was a movie. I've never watched the movie either.
Yeah, me neither. I was just bored as so like I thought,
Did
I'll
it just
just check
come
it
out?
out. I don't know if it's how long it's been out, but probably a little bit.
Oh, the actual last James Bond movie you're talking about?
Yeah.
I thought it must
There
have
was
been.
another one called The Eternals or something. I think I probably should have watched that instead. But anyway, it's good enough. It's been like, as I said, it's been so long since I did go. Hey, what's that? It's me. Oh, can I hear?
Right.
Can I hear? That's shit.
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, can you hear me?
Hello.
You there? You there, bro? No. Dropped out.
Can you
You frozen on my end. I can hear you now.
fucking lag, bro? That's what I'm talking about. Rank. I don't fucking understand, bro. Are you there? I'm still here. Anyway, I don't know what happened then. Sorry, everyone. I try to just go outside and like get on from my phone. It's connected with my phone, but obviously there's some problem. We've got an extender out the back that wasn't picking up. We've got a modem in the house that wasn't sending reception. It's full like on the latest contract, so everything's up to date. But no, every 10 minutes or every hour, this internet wants to wig out and think about where it's coming from, so I can't get reception. So it's quite disappointing. Yeah, it's so frustrating, man. Like, what is the point of having internet and they advertise, oh, new 5G, the fastest thing we've ever seen, but it's the same as it was in the mid 90s, like lagging. You know, you press something and you're waiting 2 minutes for it to come up. Nothing has changed. They say it's increasing, but I still click now and wait. Like, it's just so aggravating, man. Anyway, and I can't even get out of here now. Like, I'm stuck on bloody StreamYard in here. I try to get on here so I can go outside and show you what's going down, but I'm frozen. Nah, he doesn't want to do anything. Like, devices, bro. We're talking like so much technology. It's fantastic. Oh, you come and buy our latest Apple Jiggy Jabs. Do this. We really care about you. You know, we care about you so much. That's why we're building products that break, and we just want your money. And if there's any problem, we don't care. We just want you to spend. So in the next 10 minutes, call again, and we appreciate your call. That's why we frustrates me, man. Got to be your own boss. You know, like just try not get involved with these things too much if they do aggravate. It's disgusting. Like I ring up something and it's like, oh, we appreciate your call, but we'll be with you there. And if they did, then they wouldn't give you a recorded message. They'd call back straight away. But anyway, I'm having a big whinge. What's up here? Yep. Oh, Mark, you fucking doing well, bro. You had gelato and 45 and 31. That's all good, bro. Consumerism. Yeah, it's like it's a strange one. It's weird, and obviously, like I can't say I'm only realizing these things now in the past few years that I get on up. I took my life for granted, absolutely, when I was in my teens and stuff. My parents, looked up, even though they come from pretty humble beginnings, they've done well to get where they're at, and like the food was always there, the clothes were always cleaned, how room was always clean. Like I didn't have to do much at all. Like if I just didn't do it, my mother would pretty much do it. Eventually, my father got to the stage where we mucked up. Like me, I've got another brother that's kind of similar, and two other siblings that have done pretty well, and not done well, but they've finished uni, they got a job, they got children. So yeah, like a few times it happened, and we go to court. My father just kind of gave up. Like, look, I've told you a few times, if you're not gonna, if you're gonna continue doing it, there's nothing I can do about it. So he was like, he loved us and everything, but this was like, look, whatever, what can I do? If I tell you not to do it, you're gonna do it, and this that. Whereas mum was always there. She's still there for my brother. Like he's gonna, but whatnot. Anyway, where was I getting it? So I took it all for granted. Coming here now, living on my own, I just realized how much they did, and how much they sacrificed, what they put out and stuff. And then so getting to the consumerism point, it's like I always that's how I took it for granted, because I was out there mucking around and I was earning quick cash, easy come, easy go. But just was just spending it on like silly things like clothes, brand clothes, packets of cigarettes, going out for food, just drinks, just spending just on all girls, and not girls, but my girlfriend and things like just nonsense stuff. If I'd saved the money, could have bought a house, could have bought a business, invested back into something. So I just think on that point I'm ranting a bit, but it's like these companies, such as Gucci, Ralph Lauren, anything, all these major corporations, even Nike and all this stuff, they do not care about the humanitarian situation. They might say they do, but if we think about it, like all this money is that comes from the consumerism. It doesn't go back into the community and help out at all. So these people are laughing behind the desks, looking at like the deaths of and the prison system. How I'm obviously just connecting things which they do have connection points, but I'm just kind of putting it out in a brainstorm, like the private prisons and the consumerism, and it's all connected into one. The courts. Anyway, that's right, bro. That's right. And they don't realize. People don't realize this thing, you know. But any which way, we just got to try and change the game. So, there we go, Ricky in here. What's up, my mate? Aloha, aloha. If you're coming from the Hawaiian Islands. What's the area in the States you're from, Ricky? Oh, that's right. I saw last time. It was you were born in Tennessee. Were you the one? But you moved somewhere. But just wondering, like, what the flowers are like. What's the situation over there for you in your environment? Is there dispensaries around, or just like you grow your own? How's the local? Even though the prices, bro? I'm seeing like 350. Yeah, that's right, bro. That's. I mean, even we don't realize that how much connection we have as humans to each other. With the light, like we think we're individual, but we all have similar things. We all want to eat. We all want to sleep. We all need friends. We all like things like that. So, Michigan. All right, born in Tennessee, so that's the one. And so yeah, and then the difference. So those commonalities bring us all together on this plane, whereas corporations and stuff is trying to not divide, but you wear that brand, I wear this brand, you must be this, you must be that, but really we are similar, as you were saying. But anyway, we're just like-minded people, and it's cool to be in this community and down to earth, chill out, get your expression out there. And I'm growing, I guess, every day. I'm getting more comfortable in this, so good enough. So, and then I was saying there that in Canada, old mate, I think he came on Hook Stream, $350 for a half pound of ultra chronic high grade. It's like, what? I please get that. And then I hear like $350 for an eighth of a Cali pack, so 3.5 grams, compared to like 224 plus. Right? What? That's huge difference. Same price. What would you take? 3 grams or 200? From Ricky, you don't have space to grow, so yes, dispensary flowers better than what we had in the 90s. Wow, brockweed, the brickweed, nothing but stems and seeds. Yep, that classical Mexican brick is what we hear about in movies. Which is a bit of a shame. And you probably got dirt, rocks, all sorts of crud in there, roots. So that's good. I think the quality is getting better. But I think even in that sense, like, it's not going too far, but I would prefer. See, I've even heard, I think Burner, he told the creator of Cookies, talking about like he in his grows he would prefer to go for quality over than quantity. So when it gets to that final stage, they let it go further, I think, and then they start to lose weight but gain quality, something like that. They losing mass but gaining quality in the flower. So that's definitely probably the choice, we're going with if you are a keen connoisseur or smoker, I guess. And, well, yeah, but then in that same sense, what I'm saying is taking it too far beyond the point where it's not natural anymore, and it's very much kind of man-made and modified, maybe kind of, is it off point for me. I'd like to see this new 38% flour from the dispensaries, but if it, is kind of a bit too much really, and just takes away from the imbalance of the natural flour and what its makeup was, I'll probably be against that choice. Because even saying how a lot of times grow something, and if something increases, you're going to lose out in another way, because the plant has only a number of space and characteristics dimensions. So if you increase one, then something else will go down. So in that frame of thought, I think, well, it might be a bit, what's the word, just not pleasing, and more just you're doing it for the cosmetic reason and for the statistical reason. You're just wanting to reach the stats, and there's no enhancement of the flower or the experience. But yeah, bro, that's right. And I guess there always has been, but yeah, absolutely. Nowadays, it's like, yeah, it's huge industry. Like the edibles, the rosin, the wax, the tea, the vape, the diamonds, the shatter, like all those different classifications of those extracts, um, oils. Oils is great. Actually, with this, I've been reading up, and I saw a little bit of stuff on it's good for your skin. So I'm actually, and joints too. So I'm rubbing it like just a tiny bit. I'm trying to put it on my face a little bit and just rub it on my skin, just wanting to see what sort of benefits will be coming. It could be placebo, but hey, I rub it on my. I just recently fucking coming back from a broken hand, and yeah, like I'm putting it on the knuckle, at one of the joints that fucked out. So, and it seems to really help. But I don't know if it's placebo or whatnot, but I'll keep it going. Definitely helping my sleep and my resting pattern. It serves better. Even my kind of anxiety, maybe anxiety or level of confidence or something. It's just, it has really improved and changed. It's pretty brilliant. But in saying that, I don't want it to be something that I'm replacing a habit with, and I have to be dependent on. So I've got to be careful in that sense, and I want to just establish it in my body and get the levels up, and then maybe once or twice a week or so, not kind of copious daily doses. Oh, it's P2P up here. Have we got the barrel? Have we got the barrel? Yeah, never would have imagined. Exactly. I mean, that's right. I guess you got people in the 20s thinking, wow, like when they're coming from prohibition. And I feel sorry for that. Just say you're somebody born in 1930, and you'll only live till the year 2000 or whatever, or 1990. So your whole experience of life was in the prohibited world of cannabis, where, previous generations, like thousands of years ago, not even that, just like 50 years prior, they would have had great experience. And then all the communities before that were just like saturated with it probably. And then now how it's coming back, it's like, to be in that frame of time, you would have missed out. It's a bloody shame. We've got another comment. Considering the US started the chain reaction or world ban on cannabis, almost makes me wonder if it was done by the pharmaceutical companies, because look at the good it does. Oh, exactly, my friend. Like, there's what we were talking about it yesterday. I think it was Henry Anslinger. He was like pivotal person in the prohibition of alcohol. I think the 20s that stopped. So he had to think of another job. He would have been out of a job. So him, and I can't remember his name, but there was a fellow, a paper mill, and they were just beginning to make hemp paper and products from hemp. So they funded a campaign, which was that um, reefer madness. So yeah, it just kind of brought about the stigma, stereotype amongst society, and the uneducated, well, like people who are uninformed. They just believed what they were told, that it would cause psychotic episodes, you to die, cause you wanting to rape women, be suicidal, all sorts of crazy nonsense. And yeah, it continued. And yeah. But as they say, there's the war on drugs, but really drugs won. Drugs winning, man. That's for sure. Like, you know, it's pathetic, really. What is I can't understand, bro. Like, what is like? I think of Australia. Australia is an island, right? We don't have any. We got no land borders, so we've got GPS too, satellites. I can get on my phone and look any point in the world. So I just think of these authorities who have you know, have got classified levels above us all. So there's stuff they can do that is secret. They've got so much funding. How do narcotics come across these borders? I can understand maybe if it was produced within here, all right? But then to that amount, there's no way we could provide like the mega tons because we're like one of the highest consumers of narcotics in the whole world. I think as in a per capita basis, like person to substance. Um, Now, yeah, like how does it make its way here? It's like I just don't get it. If you're doing the job and I'm bordering like controlling the borders, even like you should be on it 24/7 with satellites going. If there's anything coming close, beep beep beep. What is that? So I think in my mind, it's all kind of like the CIA and the Contra. They turned a blind eye to it. You know, yeah, that's just how I think, and it's yeah. Like how could it anyway? And even what was it? They had one of the top cops in the AFP. He took the fall for like one of the biggest ice shipments or methamphetamine into Australia about 5 years, or maybe 10, 6, 7 years ago. Uh, but like a lot of the blame was kind of laid on him, but I really kind of think there was, he took the fall. There's obviously got to be other people involved on a high level, similar spectrum that were aware, and they were probably benefiting. They were getting cash somewhere along the line, and the old mate took the fall. But that's even saying that it's like I have no evidence, I have no proof, but for it to continue in such a way, and like what I just said before, like with the amount of surveillance that we do have, we can Google map anything, and the confidential level of secrecy that they can perform their work in. How does the drug problem continue to grow? And even that, I think it shouldn't be viewed as the user to be a criminal. Like it's an illness. I think in my mind, it's not. They're not like out there intentionally going, I'm going to do crime. To people who are addicted, they don't wake up thinking, or they weren't in their youth going, oh, I want to be an addict when I'm in 10 years, so that every day of my life is just depressing and I have to use just to be able to, um, maintain my ability to be present in society, sort of thing. It's very. I mean, I guess it's a touchy topic, but and then a lot of people, as I said, everybody is touched by it. Like you may not be the one who is like at first hand using the substance and a detriment to your life, but in one way or another, your sister, your brother, your friend, a colleague, some way you will be affected by the torment of it. I'm sure of it, somewhere along the line. every family has the black sheep, they say. So, and I'm like, yeah, fortunate to say that I've experienced it, and happy enough to say that, look, I'm on my mending, and I can see, our future without it, and I can kind of see the detriment it did. At the same time, I wouldn't take it away. Like, it's me, it's my life. I've done it, and that's my experience. Because I do believe that taking these things as an eye opener gives you experience into life a little bit, but you just don't want it to start controlling you. Yeah, everything in moderation, as they say, sort of. And and then to see other people too, it's making me very compassionate and aware of the fragility of people. Anyone can be taken by this substance, like, and there's all forms of these things. It just takes a few goes or some little thing for you to stumble, and next thing you know, things are going downhill. And I'll be there to support and help and try and just you could just be there for the person. And like somebody is not going to be like loving the fact that you're constantly going, don't do this, why are you doing this, you're hopeless, why this, blah blah blah. You need to understand that they're doing it, and it's gonna happen, and they're gonna continue to do it. It's gotta have to kind of get worse to get better. So it's not going to be a comfortable process either, and that's something that's in my mind too. For next year, once I kind of get clean off medication, it's not going to be a comfortable thing. It's not going to be easy to do. You're going to have some, going to have to face the discomfort. But yeah, it's something that, and I wouldn't wish it upon anybody, no way. But something you got to face, it's part of life, and just deal with it. And I guess even I'll talk about 1920s when things like cocaine, heroin were available at the chemist. Produced by like these big medical companies, obviously then there would have been a lot more people facing withdrawal. Like it would have been a common thing that people that were taking these things had to deal with. And I guess since the 20s, all of that kind of just faded out, and the people's mindset, the ones that don't partake in any form of these things, are like have really stigmatized, and like, yeah, it's a bit shameful, not shameful, but it's a bit disheartening, I guess, that human beings can just be like so oppressive and like, down with the plan. That's bad. Get rid of it. No, if you use all, you're terrible. You're a criminal. Like because of something someone told them. If they had actually taken the time to use it, or they realize it's not so harmful. Same way as a person, as I was just saying before, like how a family might be like, oh, to tell the child, don't go talk to that ethnicity because they're bad. They'll lead you down the wrong way or whatnot. But if that child actually just went and talked, or even the parent, they'd realize there's things in common, and there's good and bad in all, and those people would get along and they probably have a good time together. But what have we got here? Ricky's talking about anandamide helps with THC withdrawal. Wow, I've actually never think I've experienced THC withdrawal. Like, touch wood, you know what I'm saying? Like, because maybe I've been a bit edgy, I guess, like a cigarette if you didn't have any nicotine, maybe, or something like that. But as in having shakes and like sweats and diarrhea and unbearable pain, I don't think I've ever gone through that. But fortunately, I think I might fire up. Cheers, everybody, if you're out there. Do the thing, do the thing. Or you can say it back.
Alright, bro. Sorry about that.
If I stop smoking, do I have issues sleeping? Well, kind of like currently, previously, yes, I had major issues sleeping in the sense that I wasn't getting good rest. I was waking up early by the sound of kind of anything, and then I wasn't able to get back to sleep to get good rest for the rest of the day. But now I've been taking this oil; it's really been helping, and I'm kind of well rested. But with the sense of smoking, I don't think that really was a factor. Like I find that if it's late night and like most people say, they hit a cone and then can go to sleep. But if I hit a cone and my mind starts running and like I don't go to sleep, I'll hit a cone and lay down. But I'm thinking and thinking about shit. It's not like I'm drifting off. So for me, it's a different thing. Like, my friends pretty much, I see a lot of them will hit a cone and they'll be going to sleep. You know. But on this high potent flower though, I kind of find that does kick in. If I wanted to let myself rest, I'd rest. So probably it's just the level of potency, and also yeah, you could smash like 6 billies and then kind of up high grade and then get that couch lock. But how about you, Zay? How do you go with your sleeping? If do you find that you want to get rest, you could hit a billy and go to sleep?
Yeah, the only time I get it, I want.
Whoop. Got a phone call or something. But what? THC withdrawal is not like normal withdrawal. Okay. Let's have a look then. Go here, we go here, I go here, I go there, I go there, and yeah. So, what? So this is from Healthline. Medically reviewed by Timothy J. Legg, PhD, CRNP, 2019. What to expect from marijuana withdrawal? Symptoms. Symptoms of marijuana withdrawal include diminished appetite, mood changes, irritability, so that would probably classify, sleep difficulties, including insomnia, headaches, loss of focus, cravings for marijuana, yes, sweating, including cold sweats, no, chills, increased feelings of depression, stomach problems. These symptoms can range from mild to more severe, and they vary from person to person. These symptoms may not be severe or dangerous, but they can be unpleasant. The longer you use marijuana, the more likely you are to experience withdrawal symptoms. Causes. Marijuana withdrawal symptoms may not be as severe as withdrawal symptoms from other substances, opioids, alcohol, cocaine. Opioids, alcohol, cocaine, and heroin can produce severe, even dangerous withdrawal issues. Still, many people who can stop using marijuana or who do stop using do experience physical and psychological symptoms. That's because your body has to adjust to not having a regular supply of delta 9 THC. THC is the primary psychoactive ingredient in marijuana. When you regularly smoke, your brain develops a tolerance for it. The more you smoke, the more your brain depends on the supply of THC. When you stop, your brain has to adjust to not having it. As your body becomes accustomed to this new normal, you may experience unpleasant symptoms. These are symptoms of withdrawal. In some cases, these symptoms can be more troublesome, or can be so troublesome, people choose to begin smoking again to get a reprieve. Relapse then, I guess. But saying that, you see, it depends on the person and how it affects you. That's right. If it really demotivates you, but you know, the toxicity of these chemical drugs as opposed to cannabis it's not there. There's no comparison. So And even alcohol. Alcohol is so toxic to your body. So, management and prevention. If you're ready to quit, talk to a doctor or a substance abuse specialist about your options. Yeah, good on you. Nah, joking. Um, Takeaway. Oh, that's it. Take. I'll do it like get your takeaways. Oh, Zag's in the back. Okay. Basically, anandamide does. It interacts with cannabinoid system the same way THC does and allows you to not have withdrawals. Whatever. Okay. I wonder if anandamide or whatever it is, if it's like a man-made thing or naturally occurring.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Anandamide.
And
Demod. Yeah, Demod. Anandamide. And Anandamide. How are you anyway? Sorry about that, people.
yeah. No, you're good, bro.
Got my laptop. It's actually working again. Just partner updated it while I was on the phone.
Sweet.
So yeah,
Back in
just
effect.
been updating.
So it's ANA, also known as arachidonolethylphenolamine. What?
And in
Same. Well, that's got to be one of the longest words around. It's a fatty
small
acid.
amounts in chocolate.
Wow.
Found
Okay. How do you increase your eat a diet rich full of fruits, inhibit your FAAH production, which increases your thing? Chocolate is another food. All right. So eat your chocolate, bro. Price. Let's see how much it costs. 5 milligrams costs $85. 25 milligrams costs $300. You can buy it.
Oh,
Is it a drug? Yes, it's a drug. Man, so what? You got a few days off work? Like you get a weekend now?
yeah, start again Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably go live tonight or something. Late night or probably just tomorrow. All day tomorrow then.
True.
To muck around, pick a time.
Has the you been getting rain and overcast weather? I've been so crazy over this way
Yeah,
too.
it's coming down, I think. Hasn't rained for about a week or so. It's coming a bit cloudy now.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna clean that bong out.
So what's in the yard at the moment? Just that thing is you left some of the re-veg one, eh?
Yeah, I just got the two revetters at the moment.
Cool. Do you like give them water every day? Or just let them
Nah,
fucking
they just go on there.
guess the rain. Over here we've been like weird, man. It's getting to this how they describe Melbourne as like 4 seasons in a day. We wake up, go outside, it's either like raining and overcast, so you dress up in a fucking raincoat, you get outside and then it gets sunny, or it's the other way around, you know? Wake up, it's sunny, so you go out in like t-shirt and then it starts raining. So, I'm just thinking about the plants at the moment because these things are small. I don't want them to either. Don't want them to break. Still only got the 3. Got the 3. The one where the first like water leaf fell off It's going all right. There's a second set of sun leaves coming up, which is good on all three. But the one which has had that only one sun leaf, it's smaller, a lot smaller than the rest of them. And I've got three other little cocoa pots out there. The beans in them. Two of them I've been like just trying to split so I can see from the side what happens to the bean. Nothing's happened. But one of them, the tabroot's just coming out. It's like about 3 millimeters. So I just let it back in there and gave it a tad
nice.
water. So eventually, I got them outside in the sense that because they were inside. I tried that saucer method with the paper towel, but I had no luck. So I just thought, fuck it. I'll put it outside, under the dirt, in the sun, thinking it's going to be warm. It's dark under the dirt. It's their natural way.
Yeah.
So yeah. I also did, got another two up there, man. Like, trying. I'll be able to show you here. Paper towel method. It's like 48 hours at the moment, and no luck. Like, and even weirder part, the towel seems to dry out quicker than expected. But
yeah.
Just sit here, but the bean ain't cracked yet, and I got it covered by like this thing. I put it in the top of my wardrobe, but just having a quick little squeeze.
You probably want an airtight container wherever that lid.
Oh shit! Speak of the devil, my brother.
Nice shit. You got this out.
Yeah, fuck yeah! One of them come out. Hello. I'm off. I'm off, Betty. Just cancel this stream. We're out of here. We're going planting.
Good stuff.
Sweet. Yes.
Long wait for that one.
That's Monty. Well, shit, that was quick, man. Because I looked at that
quick.
When did I look at that? Like, fuck, I looked at that not long ago, probably a few hours ago, and that thing had nothing there, and it's just come out like that. So shit, I'll hang around for a little bit longer. It's all good. It'll survive. Then I'll stick him in the ground, or her. Sorry, what am I saying? Him. But yeah, that's the method. That's the first time it's worked for me like that.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
You usually just go soil, eh? Or do you
yeah. Like cocoa or seed raisin mix.
Okay, cocoa. The cocoa?
Like the brick.
Oh, I use a brick, eh? Yeah. What is that cocoa stuff?
The coconut.
Oh, is it coconut?
Yeah.
Oh, true. Well, see, Fiji's called it the tree of life, bro, because it gives you food, it gives you water, it gives you the oils, and then it gives you the fire as well for the husk. Like, it's such a fucking awesome plant.
Yeah, definitely.
Wicked.
But yeah, I gotta head off, bro. I gotta go get some sleep. Cheers, man.
Thanks for coming up.
Going live. Cheers.
Take it easy. So everybody, that's Zaya the Aussie. If you don't know, check him out on YouTube. ZAYA the Aussie. You can get together. You can subscribe, like, donate to his PayPal. Either way to do it. Support. And get down there. Yeah, shit. So I'm happy with that. I got the band come out. I did write. Hopefully, it's still there. I try to keep which one was there. One of them it's Outlaw, and it's an Outlaw across Skunk, and then that's Skunk 11. So yeah, happy with it. I don't know how I'm gonna go put it in there though. I'll have to find. I don't have any of the cocoa things left, so I might mix it up with a bit of dirt and a bit of cocoa from the other one. Just put them in. Better go do it soon though, because I don't want them to get sick. 5 minutes all passed out. Wow. Yeah, I can outro with some beats, I guess. Thanks for everybody coming through. Appreciate it, bro. Ricky, good on you. Stay well. Hopefully see you again. Where we at? Excuse me. So it's another beats. All original beats I've made, composed. Chaya, 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 chaya. Back with the rap, back with the rhyme. Back with the rap and the back with the rhyme. Back with the rap and the back with the rhyme. Taproot coming out, that's right, go put it under the sunshine. Bust in the face, bust in the night, you FAIRGROW. What's up with it say? Everybody knows that a rap song got a fair flow. That's right, I do this shit, I rap for the 1044AUS. I come from Fiji land, I bust with my third and not success. That's what all day. Just for the beats and do with the program. What's my to say? Come on that and I flow man and this I manage to damage the microphone with success. I come up on the track, I don't have to say I'm best. That's it. Bust with the beat, bust with the flow, I do what I want. Come with the phone, play that gun, play that gun. Bust with the beats, I'll rap for the truth, y'all do for the sight. Come with the land, bust with the beats, the rap with the way. What would you do? That was a door, that's all I done. Come up with rap in the sand, listen to call what I want. When I can second the record, I said if we covered the fourth, what was New York? It's an exhaust, burn out, York. So I'm cruising at the speed on the highway, doing what I want in a global fast. Busting the through, I burst and change lanes, can't vote with a blue with the glass. Gotta see for the concrete beats of the flex, but it's so hard. For the reps on deck, with the back and the seat on deck, and the nap, but it's so scarred. So live my life to a point with passion, force to the best, but I can't be. Gotta see what it's that, what I do, but I cook out shit, and beats for the recipe. Gotta scrape off the plate, beats off the night, nothing in fair for the concentrate. When I look up the spoon, under the moon, but I see for the bear, but I can't wait. Yes, you're beats on the mind, beats on the flow, but I can't wait. Yes, beats on the flow, let's get it grow, but I can't wait. So I pray at the beat, pray at the deep, and the sea, put it on for the destiny. Whoa, that gotta be what you say, but you're not, but it's empty. What you want, come with the beat and say what you do for the time. That's what you want, be what you do when the name of the sign. Do what I say, come with the beat and it up for the test, yes. Smoking this best and I'll be lying off on my chest. For the past 1, 2, 1 enough for the third verse. Gotta keep it up, Chris. Gotta keep it up. What when the distance seed run birth dirt. Breach the soil, breach the surface. Keep it bad, but the worth it. But it has to. What was it saying? I'm missing a birthing. Birthing the youth, birthing the man, birthing the seed under the womb. What for the shit? Just from the womb into the tomb. What could pursue? Nothing was left. The month of this June. Now it's high noon. What? Alright, peace everybody. You know.